Hello and welcome to my Alaska Tours series of flights. Today is part 5. We're currently at Anchorage and our destination is Kodiak, about 200 some odd miles, 219 miles to the southwest. We're on FJS's 737-200. Definitely a proverbial favorite of mine. And we're about ready to taxi. We're all loaded up. ABS running here. The magenta lines here shows our planned taxi route 25 left. We'll be cruising at 50230. We'll be doing the ILS 26 approach at Kodiak via the 10-mile DME arc via a CNEC transition. So let's take a quick look at that. So here we are at Anchorage. We'll be flying southwest. Our first fix is Kodiak. 176 miles. Actually, Navigraph here has localizer Zulu. It's actually a localizer Yankee, which is now an ILS. We'll be transitioning down here to CNEC, which is the first fix on the approach. We'll be flying this arc around into the ILS 26 approach. Here's our plate. So begin the approach right at CNEC, flying the arc around at Sunai, then inbound. It's a pretty short approach. One fun thing, it is right over the water. I imagine folks that have never been in Kodiak, I think you almost need floats. It's very low approach over the water. It's fun. Let's get back to the aircraft. So I started this flight pretty early in the day. I think it's 5:45 local. It's in late August. We still have a lot of daylight left, so it should be really nice. I've made a couple steps to improve the scenery so we don't have much haze or fog. So, without further ado, let's start taxiing and head on out. I've got X-Live traffic going here, and as pretty obvious, we're departing from the Alaska Concourse, which of course is huge. The aircraft in front of us is parked. They park a lot of aircraft, transient parking, and some freighters in that parking area. That guy pulled in and he stopped. Fast on the taxi here. Go down here a little bit. So we have to watch traffic here. X-Live traffic is up and running. Actually, I took that taxiway a little too far, I think. You can actually join Kilo. I'll follow the Airbus here. Don't need to set flaps for departure. We'll be using 2 degrees of flaps. Look at the V speeds here in a little bit. Just got the latest update for this aircraft, so I couldn't resist taking it for a spin. So I have been using Zero 737-700 quite a bit on the previous flights. I think I did one flight in this aircraft. So on the low control panel, you can call it I've got inbound course to the approach into Kodiak set at 258. Our course for our first fix is 185. So I've set 180 on that on heading bug, and I've got 185 course set on the PNF side. Now, one of the nice things is to have X-Live traffic show up on ABS. ABS apparently does not support Anchorage. Otherwise, we see this traffic on the taxi diagram. So I'm going to go ahead and set flaps for departure. Flaps 2 are now requested. And now it's set. Oh, got it's like a United Continental Saab joining us on the taxiway. Now, they may depart on 25 right, which is taxiing quite a ways down there. We're going to go ahead and cut across 25 right, traffic permitting. Looks like I'm not sure who that is. Airbus something. That's Continental Express directly in front of us. So looks like we're going to play a little waiting game here. I don't know what Continental Express is doing here. Go ahead and let this park here. So while we're waiting here, let's bring up our numbers. First of all, we have 57 folks on board. We have fuel for 474 miles, only 20% of total capacity. Our gross weight just under 50%. And we have, this is our fuel load here in pounds. So with the current fuel load, we have a range of about 473 miles, which is double what our trip distance is. So we should be good there. For speeds, our takeoff EPR setting is 2.15, 97.4 EPRs. Flaps 2 have been set. And stab trim of 3.86 has been set. Really nice our landing traffic. It's really nice. So all you have to do is just to get the stab trim desired, you just simply click in this range here, somewhere in this green range, and stab trim is set automatically. So our flaps 1 up speed is 148 up, all the way is 190. Our takeoff gross weight is 90,000, a little over 90,000 pounds. We have 9,500 pounds of fuel on board. Fuel weight's 80,441. And a nice thing implemented on this last update is you can actually click here and that up in the right hand corner where it says set bugs. And they automatically set for you. we really can't tell if there's any X5 traffic coming other than visually looking, although we certainly can. Hopefully, in fact, I think I better stop here. Oops, sorry, brakes. I don't like to do that at that fast speed. Take a look outside. There's our bird. Yep, there's some traffic. He's lining on the right. Excuse me, on the left. FedEx. I'm surprised he's not lining on the right. Okay, the Airbus will now be departing, going into position. Time of day. Okay, I play the real game here, so I'm going to go ahead and pause the recording, and we'll pick it up here once we get on friendly and ready to take off. Okay, we're back. There is traffic down field they're crossing, which is why the Airbus was holding, and why Continental in front of us was holding. So now they have both departed, done a 360. I'm outside, not seeing any traffic, so we're going to at least go into position and hold. We're going to get the lights on. All our lights on, strobes on, lighting, our logo light on, and do a quick look here. Get the wing lights on too. Get them all on. We do not need any anti-ice. It's completely
approaching 2-5 left.
Kaboo here. There is somewhat of a high overcast, but with like 20 miles visibility. Temperature is 3 degrees centigrade. On the cool side, but hey, it's awesome. So we are ready to go. Cleanup will call 80 knots. Then rotate. I'm going to go ahead and arm.
On runway 25 left.
Arm the flight director. Maintain our speed, or excuse me, our heading. You can see that commanded down. Turn to 180. Back to the center line here. Okay, time is 6 o'clock straight up. 2.15 is for our Ebers. X5 traffic there crossing. Set power.
80 knots.
And I'm going back and forth between my rudder and the nose wheel steer.
V1. Rotate.
There we go. And the boom from my microphone is kind of right in that way. Just positive rate, flaps 1 gear up. Take a look at the power as we depart on our way to Kodiak. Signal marker for approach 25. Okay, leaving 2000 left, heading 180. Alaska 738. And let's get the flaps up and the gear off. These are the cleanup duties. That's our pitch. That's our bank angle. Yeah, she's pretty light here, so we're climbing. bug. I have not set any conventional navs up yet. That's why we're not seeing any readout here for DME on number 2 nav. Oh, turn that roll off too soon, that's for sure. I'm up to need to set some climb power, 92% and 1. Set those back down. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and activate autopilot. Both roll and pitch. Go ahead and select. Excuse me, airspeed. And take a look here. What you do is right now autopilot is flying 180 heading. So, actually it's kind of academic now, we're above 10,000. But for commanded airspeed, you slide this little knob here to indicate airspeed, which will then command the speed which is ever bugged on the airspeed indicator, which is currently 250 knots. We're above 10,000, so I'm actually going to increase that. It's a pretty short trip. You could go all the way up to say 290. Going to increase it to 270. That should give us a nice ground speed. Okay, next I need to do here is need to activate GPS. We've just been given clearance direct to Kodiak. So, showing a course of oh, 163, okay. And we see on the AFA side, that course is showing to our left, and it's pretty cool. All you have to do is break the ponding down to the scratch pad and back up to direct to the first line select the line here and click activate. And it looks like the course changed a couple degrees. Yes, no, it didn't change. 23 is still set with the HSI will now center. I'll center up. Now we just need to go over here and change from manual over to loc, VOR loc. Oops, there we go. And then change flight director to the same. So, flight director is now commanding autopilot to track GPS. And last flight I did, this did not illuminate under same conditions, only the top two. So this is as it should be. I'm not sure what gremlins were in last time, but this is the way it should be. Because we are now tracking via the URL channel, but the source is GPS. Let's take a look at the FMC. So 155 miles to Kodiak. It knows about the altitude. 1,600 feet is on the arc. I usually go for about 2,000. Might go down to 16. And then this is the arc itself. This is our first fixed genie that we saw on the approach plate, and then Joshua and Wap all on the approach. And this is the missed approach procedure. 2 genie, hold right hand turns. So what I can do is just, for this particular setup, is go and punch in our destination. This is Papa Alpha Delta Quebec. So, the information it's giving us is a direct course to the airport, which will be reciprocal of 004, which would be 184. Back to the airport, this is 198 nautical miles, estimating 32 minutes at our present speed, which is almost Mach 0.6. So I need to set center pressure here before we level off. So from 23 down to 2,000, 21,000 feet to lose. The aircraft descends real nicely at about 2,000 feet a minute. Power off at 250 knots. So that would be the slow boat. If we descend at our current speed of 270 knots, okay, 1,000 feet to go. That's the altitude reminder. And that'll be more like 3,000 feet a minute. So this is kind of a nice little cheat here, although this is not relative to the taking the time to do the arc and the approach. It still gives us a good idea of what our ETE is going to be. Okay. Autopilot has captured altitude hold, and that's it now green. And it's the you can see it there. There you go. The panel here has changed from indicator airspeed now to change to altitude hold. Interesting, I just watched a video of a crew that I envy. Let me just check our cruise car setting here. Okay, it's you see the barbell pole there on our airspeed indicator, and the aircraft will definitely accelerate up very close to it. I think it's set around 350. So we need to bring the power back here. I'm going to go for around 1.6 ebers. See how that works out. You can see that airspeed is still accelerating. We're up to almost up to our usual cruise ground speed. It's in Mach numbers. Mach 0.72 or Mach 0.77 is the standard cruise speed for this aircraft. We're just coming up on it. Of course, it'll do a lot better at higher altitudes. Okay, now this light comes on every once in a while. Because oh, that's a different one. It's a dive slope. I'm not sure why that's being enunciated. Let's take a look at the NAVRAD page for just a moment. These are for information indicating, okay, it tracks changes in configuration of modes. So once the mode is changed, it'll give a little bit of a heads up. Okay, is that what you want? Okay, looks like we're settling down real nicely. Mach 0.72, 314 knots indicated. So what I'm going to do here is set up our conventional navs. ILS frequency is 110.9. You can do it either done manually on the panel here. Use the comms up here. Oh, I forgot to set it on transponder. Oh well. Or you can do it via the NAVRAD page. So here are comms, COM 1 and COM 2. Pre-select 1 and 2. Our nav is currently 110.0. So I'm going to change that to 110.9. And Kodiak VOR is 117.1. Probably close enough now to where we will see the DME readout here. This is number 2 DME readout. Put that nav 2. Okay, so there's our EMB readout to Kodiak. And the VOR, the VOR is it's actually about halfway to the airport on the approach once we turn inbound. I'm not sure why they put it there, but that's also the holding fix. So why don't we go ahead and change our transponder. Port 2, I like port 5, change that to port 5. Back to light stage here. So we want to get down from 23 to 3 anyway, and it's 20,000 feet. That's 10 minutes or so at 2,000 feet a minute, notwithstanding airspeed. Then the arc, actually, I'm probably going to go down to 2,000. We'll go back and take a look at our fixed page. So we're 20 minutes from the airport. Maybe about 5 or 10 minutes start on down. Take a look in the back. Look outside. So we've got a very nice day here. It's going to be nice and plenty of sunlight, and be able to see all the mountains as we approach Kodiak. Play around here for a moment with PADQ Deluxe. Pretty cool. I really like this airplane. I really do. It's not fancy, but sure gets the job done. Sure is the workhorse. And in fact, oh, I started to say, watch the video. Back inside. Watch the video of a Canadian crew that still flies 200. This is like 2019. Alaska retired the 37-200 back in 2007, like 12 years ago. But this company is still flying them. It's they have out-equipped their aircraft with EFIS, a beautiful panel, and watched them do a couple late flights. One of them was to one of the gold mines in Canada, the gravel strip, like only 5,400 feet long, and so it was based on before departure. They showed the adapters they put on the wheels, and they actually have what happens is they actually use thrust from the engine and kind of route it down and back of the wheels, so it shoots the gravel away, so it's not ingested in the engine. So very cool. Wish I had been young enough to have done that. I would have loved to have done that. Okay, so economy is 183 on the course, 86 miles to go to it, and then CNEC. First fix on the approach is 30 miles past that. So what I'm going to do here is go ahead and pause recording, and we'll pick it up somewhere on our descent into Kodiak, and we'll talk to you then. Okay, back with you. It's time to start on down. 87 miles to the airport. I'm going to go ahead and set Hello. I'm going to go ahead and set 2000 in command window. And the next step is to go ahead and select indicate airspeed. Necessary changes to amber because we'll be starting at descent. And the next step is to go ahead and bring our throttles back to idle. We're going to go ahead and make descent at 270 knots for now. We'll end up pretty good descent rate, 2,000 feet a minute once the aircraft slows down. Quite a lot of sunshine. And I'm going to go ahead and give aircraft a little bit of help here. I'm going to go ahead and bring out one notch of spoilers. There they are armed. There's our first notch. See that? There they're halfway up. So the first thing the aircraft does slows down to the commanded speed of 270 knots, then it commences the descent. Well, we get out of sunlight here. We will be able to see our track here. Oops, there we go. So we're coming down to scenic. Well, we're still en route to Kodiak, but then scenic we start the arc. And we are tracking the aircraft, so it'll show up here, red airplane. So right now, the course being displayed here is the course to the GPS specs Kodiak. So once we switch back over to conventional nav with the switch right here, it will then display the inbound course on the approach 258. That was a hard lesson. It took me a couple times, but I learned that I need to do that before departure because switching this over and having to change the course any amount of degrees right when you're trying to intercept and track it leaves a lot to be desired. Okay, it's 28 miles to Kodiak. Coming up on 5010, and we're about to go up the pressure. The little warning comes on. That's your light. Let's confirm. Diesel zone 9 is on the looking for here. This mouse wheel. Yep, we're good on altitude. And actually, we're getting down in plenty of time here. So I'm going to bring the spoilers back up. Keep them armed. The green light here is displayed means that they're armed. Alright, let's check our ref speed for landing. 122 knots. Okay, we're pretty light. So I'm going to aim for about 145, 150 on 3, 4, 5 mile final, and then just hold the power and slowly reduce it as we come in for our landing. Using 30 degrees of flaps for our landing. Yeah. And we're getting down plenty of time. So 20 miles to Kodiak and then another 30 miles to Scenic, which is the beginning of the arc. I'm kind of limited on space. The boom for my microphone is kind of overshadows my controllers. And I do not have my yoke or throttle or tiller in front of me. It's on a small table to my left, and then my microphone boom kind of slides over on top of both those two. So sometimes it's easy to get a little discombobulated. So I moved the bow as far as we can. So transitioning from rudders to nozzle steering sometimes takes a little bit of effort. Okay, so when we have 13 miles to Kodiak, yeah, this is a nice set right now. We're about 1,500 feet a minute. The one thing I should start doing, is I have plenty of time here, still 3,000 feet, but I'm going to go ahead and start slowing airspeed to 250. And what will happen is the aircraft will raise the nose, get to that speed. And once we get there, it'll then lower the nose back down again. So the plan here is on Kodiak next flight I'm planning to do in this aircraft is Kodiak to PADQ, which is out on Aleutian Island chain, past Amelia. It's further west than even Dutch Harbor, which is I think one of the largest establishments on the Aleutian chains. My dad was in the Navy and stationed on PADQ for a year, and myself and my siblings were all little kids, so my mother reared us on her own for a year. It was, I don't know what decision, how they decided not to move all of us out there, but it was only for a year, and I guess the decision was leave the family. Anyway, so it kind of holds a place for me. I've been out there once in this aircraft. So we're going to go do that again. It'll be about a 2.5 hour flight, about 900 miles from Kodiak, maybe close to 3, depending on what kind of ground speed we get. But this aircraft boogies get it up to altitude. Mach 0.77 is over 400 knots, I know that. And I have a table. I'm sure Cruise kept those conversion tables pretty handy without any ground speed readout. Okay, we just made the turn from Kodiak now. We're going direct to Scenic. We're below 10,000, so our speed is where it should be. So, once again, speed brakes are on for our landing. Once we level off, I'll start slowing us down. 250 knots. Let's review that here. 250 is our. Oh, 230. So 1 degree of flaps 230, 2 degrees 235 or 225, and 10 to 210. So we'll be easily get down to 230 to start adding flaps. We can do up to 230, 225 for 5 degrees, and 210 for 10 degrees. So have idle power right now. So once we get down to 2,000, getting power up to about somewhere around 1.2, maybe 1.15. So I'll start a airspeed slowing trend. So there's our arc, Pinwell Nemi arc. This aircraft flies it beautifully. It really does. And We're inbound course. High minimums. Yeah, it's not easily read here. I think it's the sunlight. But we're not worrying about that right now. We have lots of visibility. So the last time I did this approach, the FMC has a tendency to turn pretty early, and so what I usually do, in fact, I'll do set that up now, I'll set up a heading of about a 50-degree intercept, just in the event. Sometimes it'll turn. Oops, where am I going? Going the wrong way. So let's see, 210 would be a 48-degree intercept. Last time I did this, that's 1315. It actually turned before 05 became live after I switched the mode selector here from GPS to standard nav. And in retrospect, I kind of wish I had left it alone, because actually it was like 2 seconds later, the 05 became alive. It actually did show that it had intercepted the 05. See, this never changed. It switched from GPS mode to low-fiber mode, so it would have tracked it. It may have been a little bit steep on the intercept, but I intervened with I think it was 210 headed, and which was a little nicer intercept angle, but it was a little bit too much, and kind of had moving fast a little bit and had to go intercept it again. So I might do, if we see the same thing this time, I just might go ahead and let it track the localizer, even though at the time it showed it was full scale. So in my mind it was, in full scale you don't know where it is, so I wanted to intervene, so kind of played it by ear. We have 12 miles to go to Scenic, at which time we'll start the turn to the arc. Once again, our VREP is 122, so I'm looking for 150, 145, up to 3 or 4 mile final. And we'll be using flaps 30 for landing. That'll be the second from the last indicator here. That's 40, that's 30. My Myers ferret's kind of waking up. He's looking for attention here. He's been on my shoulder kind of snoozing. So, hopefully she won't be too much of a distraction. He's a good little friend. Okay. It's pretty possible. Using my browser window. I'm going to give her a little run down to keep it easy. Keeps her off my mouse. Okay, leaving 4,000 to 2,000. You can see how scenic this is. So I've got the visibility at 20, and I gotta have a couple steps to improve the visibility. And then I do one manually here to decrease and minimize the haze and fog, as the next one calls it. That's kind of story. Okay, 4 miles from Scenic, we should be starting to turn to the arc here shortly. Yeah, altitude reminder here. Okay, 1,000 to go, confirmed. Okay, so 2 miles to go to the Scenic. Oh no, he's right there. I'm trying to find the airport. No. See? She's woke up and has a little bit of junction here. Okay, so here we're turning on the arc, coming up on our altitude. That worked out nicely. We could have actually used the arc for more altitude dissipation. Okay, and here we are turning on the approach. It'll come up and intercept 10 degrees, or 10 DME just beautifully. Okay, so what I want to do here is start slowing down, get down to about 210 right now. Bring the power up just a little bit. And we're at, almost at flaps 1 speed. I turned inbound, there we go. Stop doing that, hold on. Yellow around one. That's the hand. Feet, I need my hand. Sorry. There she goes. It's on the monitor. Okay, so let's go flaps 1. Make sure go flaps 2 at 230, so let's go flaps 2. I need a little bit more power here. That's why we're losing just a little bit of altitude there. Too much, plenty of power. I want to go ahead and slow down to, in fact, we're about halfway through the arc, as you can see. We'll go ahead and slow down to 190. Without the next 5 degrees of flaps. So you can see our course of travel here. If you go 90 degrees to our present course, then that's pretty much our inbound heading, our inbound course for the approach. See my bug there is, I'll slow down some more here. Now she's upset with me. I don't know if you can hear her, but now she's in the kitchen, on the kitchen counter. She wants her nut snack. She'll keep making noises until she gets it. Okay, so now let's go ahead and go flaps 5. So what the FMC is doing here, it's calculating how to stay on the 10 DME arc from the VOR. So on the HSI, you can see the course changing. Right now it's 144. So it's continually changing. It holds it. You know, the old-fashioned way is 10 degrees every 10 seconds. And so what it's doing is it's making calculations and making turns, stay on that 10-mile course. Oops, let's go here. Oh, I'm sitting here jacking away about DME arcs and I'm not watching the speed. Okay, 170 is good for now. Let's go flaps 10. That's plenty slow for now. Okay, I'm going to pause here and go give her some food. She'll just be taking noise. Be right back. Okay, we're back. My Myers is happy. Okay, this is looking like it's close to one of the final turns. You can see we're just starting to come up on the approach course here. So the lead-in radial, oh, I forgot to mention that we're just crossing the one lead-in radial. You can actually see that on the RMI. We're about 90 degrees to the lead-in radial, which means we're 90 degrees to the approach course. Okay, there it's turning inbound. Now what I'm going to do here, stand by with heading select. I'm going to go ahead and activate the localizer. Okay, now see it's showing it. It's captured it. Let's see what it does. Okay, this is going to work out. Very nice. So setting heading to agree with our inbound course. Boy, that's nice and light. Oh, now what I also need to do now is switch this to auto approach mode, and flight director. So flight director and autopilot both showing green for tracking glide slopes and amber. They're not intercepted it yet. It's down altitude hold waiting for the glide slope. Now 13 miles out. So we should be getting glide slope. Let's see, take a look here. At 1600 we get it at Joshua. A little higher than that, so we'll probably get it just outside of Joshua. Coming up on, there's Joshua. So let's go ahead and go Fox 15. Press speed. Actually, I think we got a little fast there. Yeah, it did. And we want to slow down here. Get a quick look. Oh, here comes glide slope. Should be seeing captured here shortly. Okay, there it is. Glide slopes, flight director are both in agreement. We're going to capture glide slope on our way down. And missed approach altitude is 2,500. So I'll go ahead and set that. The altitude window. That's making noise, which is going to change. That was interesting. Okay. Actually, I think, well, with a VFR like this, that's okay move. There's more of a chance of doing a go around here than being too low to get in. With universe weather here, so it's probably better to set that instead of setting precision height. I think we're still on the fast side. Oh yeah. You can get different prescription of glasses here, but definitely on the fast side. So we're now 6 miles out. Let's go ahead and lower the gear. Get a quick look from a passenger standpoint. And we're going to be right down on the water. 8,000 feet to go. Great altimeter agrees with that. We're at 160. Go flaps 25. Here, VREF plus 20 right now.
Approaching 26.
Yeah, there's VREF plus 20 right there. This was flaps 30. Flaps requested. Now set at 30. So cross-track, here showing 3 green, flaps set at 30 for landing. Cross-track no. Flags on course, on slope, VREF plus 20. Plus a little bit. Fast eye says we're good.
500.
I don't know, but that you can see with 500 feet to go, but now
400.
seems like we're gonna get to the water before we get to the runway. Alrighty, we're getting ready to reduce power here. Still have VREF plus
300.
VREF plus 20. Aircraft is in a good landing position. Attitude, I should say. I think it's slowly coming back with
200.
the power.
100.
Power's back all the way.
30. 20. 10.
Okay, we'll have some reverse thrust here. welcome to Kodiak. The buildings over there look a little different. I wonder if some sort of scenery upgrade. It's different. We'll see if we get a little closer. Maybe not. Yeah, it's the same. Looks like we have company there in parking spot 2. We're gonna end up parking right behind them. It's like a regional. Alaska has numerous regionals now. The biggest, of course, is Horizon. We used to call horizontal. Off the runway here. Can you imagine doing approach here to minimums? Having to think about an approach. That ridge right there is pretty darn close. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and slow the aircraft here and go ahead and park here momentarily.